This is London.
There's a company, LDN, that are now understanding our culture, our ways, our history. We've got everything to be proud of, because as English people, we never back down from nobody. So, for everyone out there and everyone up there, my name is Robbie Brookside. I'm English, and my name is in the hat in LDN.
5 minutes you just went on about how this is England, and the culture, and the food, and the culture, and everything about England is so great. And that you're sick and tired of people from other countries coming in here and stealing what you build up, right? That's what you said. Well, I have a problem with that, because for the last year and a half, I've been going up and down LDN, cheering and getting clapped by his family, slapping as many hands as possible. And then you come out here and you say that you're sick and tired of it? Well, I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of having to come out here and work my butt off for you people to have you cheer louder than you ever cheer me, because he said, this is England. When I wrestle, and you can read this on the back of my t-shirt, it states very clearly, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Because if it wasn't for the United States of America, you would have lost World War I, you would have lost World War II, and my friends,
we're going to kick some serious American ass tonight. Because
Okay, fans, what a show we have got for you tonight here on LDN Capital TV. What a show we have had for you so far. Making his way out to the ring now is the former London councillor, Jonathan Hardwick, a man who earlier in the year was working a 9-to-5 office job for the Council of London. He jacked it all in to become a professional wrestler. And although he doesn't seem to have much fan support so far, he has actually been remarkably successful to date. Indeed, I believe he has only recently decided not to stand for Mayor of London. He is going to leave that to the professionals. He has decided he is absolutely dedicated to pursuing a career in professional wrestling. And so far he has done very well indeed. For someone who's been wrestling less than 6 calendar months. Here comes his opponent tonight, Alan Lee Travis, making his LDN professional debut. We have not seen the man before, but he has been wrestling at the LDN Wrestling Academy for several months, where he has learnt his craft. And this is a big opportunity for young Alan Lee Travis here tonight. And he looks like he means business. So fans, we're kicking off with Jonathan Hardwick versus Alan Lee Travis. What a matchup it's going to be. But I, for one, can't believe the scenes we have just seen. Robbie Brookside came out to welcome himself back to LDN, to say welcome back to the fans. It's great to have Robbie Brookside here. He is a legend in British wrestling. Indeed, he has wrestled around the world, including for WCW, including for the WWF and the WWE. He has wrestled in Japan, in Germany, across Europe, but he is back now, and he is a part of LDN. We saw him, of course, make a triumphant return 6 weeks ago when he defeated Filthy Phil Powers for the Kendo Nagasaki Sword of Excellence. We reminded just how popular he was. We have brought him back to you. We have brought him back for you here tonight. He is very proud indeed of his English heritage, make no mistake. One person not so happy to see him back, though, was Tex Benedict, and we will see them square off later in the hour. Two of the top stars here in LDN. Indeed, two of the top wrestling stars in the world, it could be argued. As I said, Brookside appeared on WWE television this calendar year, just months ago. He wrestled in front of 60,000 fans in Earl's Court. Tex Benedict won Jewish Sports Personality of the Year. And he has wrestled himself on more than one continent, being a native of London, Arizona in the USA. So a truly international flavour we bring you on tonight's edition of Capital TV. And Alan Lee Travis doing remarkably well against Jonathan Hardwick. And the fans really getting behind him as well. Not too many wrestlers called Alan nowadays. But Alan Lee Travis certainly doing very well indeed. Oh, what a big chop there from Jonathan Hardwick. Blistering the chest. But a great turnaround there from Alan Alan Lee Travis, and remarkable athleticism as well from both wrestlers. In fact, he has sent Jonathan Hardwick scurrying to the outside. Fans, I don't believe it. We have got to go to a break, but this matchup will continue. Don't go anywhere.
This is London.
And look at the confidence shown there by Alan Lee Travis in his debut professional matchup. Oh, he ducks a clothesline there on the outside and comes out fighting against Jonathan Hardwick. And he wants to do this the right way. It is his first matchup. He wants to win it properly inside the ring. Bang in the middle of the ring, 1, 2, 3. He doesn't want to get drawn into a brawl on the outside. And quite frankly, who can blame him? Wrist lock there, very firmly applied by Jonathan Hardwick. Lee Travis looking to roll out. Beautiful leg sweep. Oh my, Travis well out of the way there. And a kick to the head. Great timing there from Alan Lee Travis. I believe a distant relative of Dave Lee Travis. Comes out of the corner. Hits the turnbuckle, gets caught by the former counsellor and planted hard right on the back.
Be quiet!
And Jonathan Hardwick showing utter disdain for the fans here at the Drill Hall in the United Kingdom. And again, a good evening to our fans watching on the TWC fight here in the UK. And a special hello to our fans watching across the pond in Canada, exclusively on the Fight Network. We hope you are enjoying this taste of British wrestling, as only LDN Wrestling can bring you. Jonathan Hardwick, really one of the top newcomers here in LDN this year. It is so hard to believe that earlier in the year he was a full-time counsellor. But he has been training night and day, by whom we know not. But he shows remarkable confidence, incredible natural athletic ability. And he has already beaten some top names here in LDN and continues to perform well against others. Indeed, recently on Capital TV, Jonathan Hardwick defeated, oh my goodness! What a dropkick, take a look at that, slow motion replay. He got the big boot up there, a massive boot to the face, and Lee Travis just went down. He went down like a sack of potatoes. As I was saying, Jonathan Hardwick defeating many of the top names, including the #1 contender to John Ritchie's championship, Ash. Nice suplex into a bridge. Travis just able to kick out in the nick of time. And Travis showing great determination there, kicking out after 2. Well, here it is. Oh, a power slam there. I thought Jonathan Hardwick was going for his jumping pile driver that has brought him so much success to date. It is a feared maneuver indeed. He hoists his opponent up, jumps a good couple of feet in the air and drops him hard on the head. This might be it, and I think Lee Travis has got it well scouted, because as soon as he realised what Hardwick had in mind, he jumped off on a beautiful bulldog there. And a big clothesline there from the young Lee Travis. And Alan Lee Travis absolutely on fire now. And Jonathan Hardwick might be in trouble. Nice arm drag takedown. And the fans solidly getting behind the young debutant here tonight. Up and over a big back body drop, nearly took out our ringside photographer, Uncle Al, but there's a cover from... Oh my, so close. So close. And Alan Lee Travis is wrestling his first ever professional matchup here tonight. And it looks like he is going for the pile driver. But it's reversed, it is reversed. And there it is, the jumping pile driver there. Jonathan Hardwick hooks the leg, there's a cover. And it's all over, ring the bell, it is all over. Alan Lee Travis gave it everything he had, including very nearly taking out Jonathan Hardwick with his own pile driver maneuver. Jonathan Hardwick reversed it. Take a look at this. Hardwick jumps up, and there it is. Lee Travis landing flat on the base of his skull. 1, 2, 3, ring the bell, it's all over. Big win here. Yet another big win, I should say, for the former councillor Jonathan Hardwick. He's already got a victory over the #1 contender Ash. And who knows if a shot at the British Championship is in his future. We're getting some help out here for Alan Lee Travis, and when that young man wakes up, he will have nothing to be ashamed of at all. A fantastic debut here tonight, unlucky not to win, but he did himself and the fans here proud. Coming up very, very soon, Robbie Brookside versus London, Arizona's own Tex Benedict.
I'm Fiona Fox and welcome once again to the London Eye. Well, fans have been talking about it for weeks and now it's less than 3 weeks away. Saturday, November 24th at the Broxbourne Civic Hall, Legends Showdown. As you know by now, it's going to be the biggest show in LDN wrestling history and you need to be a part of it. And just in case you're undecided, some big news from LDN Towers has broken over the last 7 days. As we found out last week, the situation in the Kendo Nagasaki Lloyd Ryan camp has become absolutely untenable. Despite being almost inseparable for almost 20 years, Kendo Nagasaki and long-time manager Lloyd Ryan are now refusing to have anything to do with each other. Last week, Lloyd Ryan threw down a challenge to Kendo Nagasaki, which was accepted by Kendo, to come out of retirement for one night only at Legends Showdown and take on a team managed by him.
But let me tell you, Nagasaki, off the record, not only have you offended Brookside, not only have you offended me, but more importantly, you have offended the ancestors. And you know as well as I do what that could mean.
Now the paperwork has been signed, sealed and delivered, and we can announce that the matchup that will take place at Legends Showdown is as follows. Lloyd Ryan's team of Robbie Brookside and Ryan's own son Damien will take on a duo put together by the legendary masked man, headed up by none other than World of Sport star Blondie Barrett. We're still unsure as to whether or not Barrett's partner will be a fellow World of Sport star or a young up-and-comer trained by Nagasaki. But as soon as we find out, we'll let you know first here on the London Eye. And if that wasn't enough, Nagasaki has said that if Robbie Brookside and the Ryans can defeat Blondie Barrett and his partner, Nagasaki will finally hand over the Sword of Excellence to Robbie Brookside right in the middle of the ring. The card is shaping up to be an unforgettable night of action with stars old and new. Before I go, let's have a quick rundown of the scheduled matches so far. Two World of Sport legends, Steve Gray and Johnny Saint, are set to go toe-to-toe one last time in what's sure to be a classic technical wrestling encounter. The LDN Championship will be defended by the notorious John Ritchie against the Mediterranean sensation Yorgos. Just announced, 2007 Golden Grappler Tournament winner Johnny Kidd will take on Brian Gold Belt Maxine, plus the Kendo Nagasaki versus Lloyd Ryan grudge match.
Nagasaki! I know that you're there, and I know that you can hear it. I came here today to win a championship sword. I don't care about spoiling for the swords. That man has terrorised my career, and I will never take it no more.
There's also going to be special appearances from fellow legends Johnny Kincaid, head of the Wrestlers Reunion Frank Reimer, and many, many more stars. And we still have more matches to announce before the big day itself. So make sure you have Saturday, November 24th marked in your diaries for Legends Showdown at the Broxbourne Civic Hall. It's a date you're not going to want to miss, and we look forward to seeing you there. We'll be back with more information in next week's London Eye, but in the meantime be sure to check out ldnwrestling.com for more details.
London.
Okay, main event time here tonight on LDN Capital TV, and what a main event it is going to be. A battle of the big personalities here in LDN. Robbie Brookside now representing the United Kingdom and England in particular, and he is taking on London, Arizona's own Tex Benedict. And what an ovation here for Robbie Brookside. It has been exactly 1 year since we last saw him in the drill hall. 6 weeks to the day since he defeated Filthy Phil Powers in the final of the Kendo Nagasaki Sword of Excellence. But take a look at Tex Benedict. What a change in personality. Frankly, I am disappointed in Tex Benedict. I've always considered him to be one of the more popular wrestlers here in LDN. And certainly one of the most personable. I'd go so far as to consider him a personal friend of mine. I've always enjoyed watching the man wrestle. Win, lose or draw, he has always put forward 100%, and I know he is so proud of his home country. And you can't argue with that. But quite frankly, the attitude he displayed against the homecoming Robbie Brookside here today was just absolutely and utterly uncalled for. Brookside was simply stating how proud he was to be English and how happy he was to be back in the drill hall. And Benedict took it as a personal insult and indeed a slight against his home nation, the United States of America. And on the basis of that, basically misunderstanding, Benedict is turning his back on the fans here tonight. And it is very sad indeed to see, very sad. It's a shame, of course, that his best friend Ash is suffering from a serious injury and isn't here tonight, because maybe if Ash had been backstage, he could have talked him out of it, he could have made him see sense. Perhaps Brookside and Benedict could have settled this with a handshake. But instead, we are going to see this matchup, and it is going to be a great match, no question about it, because Benedict and Brookside, two of the top stars in the United Kingdom. And as I mentioned earlier, Robbie Brookside, certainly one of the most well-travelled wrestlers ever to come out of the United Kingdom. This year alone, he has wrestled in front of 60,000 people at Earl's Court for the WWE. He has wrestled for World Championship Wrestling, where he teamed up with William Regal. He has wrestled across Germany. He has wrestled in Europe. He has wrestled in Japan. As he himself said, he has been wrestling for over 25 years. He started off in the world of sport as a young 15-year-old rookie. And 25 years on, he can still go with the very best of them. Tex Benedict, on the other hand, a veteran by most people's standards, but a young rookie in comparison to Robbie Brookside. Nonetheless, Benedict has still accomplished plenty in a short time. Indeed, he received the award for British Jewish Sports Personality of the Year, 2007. He has wrestled in the United States himself. He is a huge name here in the United Kingdom, and indeed one of the top stars, and indeed until tonight one of the most popular stars here in LDN. But for some reason he took umbrage with Robbie Brookside's display of patriotism, and he has thrown so much goodwill away just for the sake of waving the stars and stripes. And what a shame Ash couldn't be here to talk him out of it. Of course, we saw Tex Benedict successfully come back just a couple of weeks ago here on Capital TV. He defeated Jonathan Hardwick in his comeback bout. Congratulations to him. And he sent out a very clear message to LDN fans and indeed matchmakers. He was after John Ritchie's belt. Mendoza received the shot last week, and I think that Tex Benedict feels overlooked maybe. And maybe there's more in the works than just patriotism, just a misunderstanding between these two people. Maybe Tex Benedict is tired of being overlooked. Maybe he's tired of being screwed out of title shots and title opportunities. Before his return match against Jonathan Hardwick, he had already taken 3 months off, an extended sabbatical on a return to his homeland. And he was very, very close, sources tell me at least, he was very close indeed to quitting the sport for good. After losing to John Ritchie in a matchup for the LDN British Championship. It was a classic matchup. And it went into a 7th round and then a 60-second sudden death round. And after giving it every single thing that he had, Benedict came up on the losing end, not because of any shortcomings on his own part, but because of the interference on John Ritchie's part of Danny Garnell and the 33-stone humongous. It was 3-on-1. His best friend Ash came out to settle the score, but by then it was too late, and Tex Benedict had lost what was going to be his last opportunity at the championship belt for a long time. As I said, he became very despondent. He returned for 3 months to his home country. And he came back just a couple of weeks ago on Capital TV. We were delighted to see him scoring a big win against Jonathan Hardwick. And now he comes out here and picks a fight with Robbie Brookside, a true legend, a real legend of the sport. And indeed, the winner of Kendo Nagasaki's Sword of Excellence. Or at least, of course, he won the tournament. But as we all saw just a couple of weeks ago, Nagasaki refused to hand over the actual sword itself, claiming that neither Phil Powers nor Robbie Brookside met the criteria that he had set. And I'm sure Brookside hasn't forgotten about that. Nonetheless, he's delighted to be back here in the drill hall. And he's going to make the most of this matchup against Tex Benedict. Benedict goes down low, trips up Brookside. Goes for a leg lock. The more experienced Brookside there with a nice reversal. And a great arm lock there from Robbie Brookside. Brookside really taking Tex Benedict to school. And that was even a cover. That was even a cover. Unbelievable. Great work there from Robbie Brookside. He is pulling moves out of his hat that Tex Benedict has probably never even seen before. Benedict desperately trying to wrestle his way out of that hold. And he manages, so credit to him. Goes back to that leg lock of his own. And it looks like he may have made the same mistake twice, because Brookside rolls through. And again back into that arm lock. But Benedict in the ropes and a clean break there from Robbie Brookside.
I've heard about his reputation, man.
Well, I'm not quite sure what Tex Benedict is referring to there. No need for comments of that nature whatsoever. And this is turning into a classic encounter between two of the top names in British wrestling today. Brookside goes for the cover, but I believe the legs of Benedict were under that rope, and indeed he did manage to hold on to the rope as well. And that, of course, necessitates a break.
This might not be my country, but this is my country.
And Benedict getting increasingly frustrated. And it has been a long time since I have seen Tex Benedict like this. But maybe that's what happens if you come up on the losing end of the battle too many times. If you get cheated and messed around too many times and let down by people you thought were your friends. Oh my, a big soccer kick to the back. A big kick there. Take a look at, let's have a slow motion replay. Snapmare takedown. Brookside with a run up. And bam! A penalty penalty kick. Great stuff there from Robbie Brookside. If Tex Benedict had been a football, he would have gone into the top left-hand corner of any goal.
Come on, Benedict.
And now a crossbow-like manoeuvre. And wrenching back that head as well for good measure. Benedict fortunately able to reach the ropes, and another clean break from Robbie Brookside. And Brookside, such a fine exemplar of the sport. He is a fantastic athlete and a great sportsman to boot. Every single time Benedict has been in the ropes today, we have seen a clean break. And I'm not so sure we can say the same about Tex Benedict. Benedict still clearly feeling the effects of that penalty kick. Oh, Benedict catches himself on the turnbuckle, turns around but gets caught on the way back. And are we going to see another kick? Oh, goal! Unbelievable, great stuff there from Robbie Brookside. And he is treating Tex Benedict's back like a football. There's not a goalkeeper in the land who could have stopped that one. Benedict able to get an elbow up. Catches Brookside off guard. And now Brookside in the corner. And Benedict with the choke. He is clearly choking him out. And as I said, we are not seeing a clean break from Tex Benedict.
Ladies and gentlemen, Tex Benedict receives his first public warning.
And Tex Benedict gets a public warning there. And that is the difference between Tex Benedict and Robbie Brookside. And to sum it up in one word, the difference is class. Robbie Brookside is a gentleman. He is an athlete. He is a sportsman. And Tex Benedict, quite frankly, on his display here tonight, he is a chancer. I know he's had a tough year. I know things haven't gone well for Benedict so far. I know he lost the LDN British Championship under auspicious circumstances. But it's no excuse for behaving like he's behaving here tonight. Quite frankly, he's behaving like a petulant young child. And Brookside is taking him to school, and rightly so. Benedict has got too big for his boots. He thinks he knows it all. And Robbie Brookside is just taking him to school here tonight. And Benedict is going to have a sore back in the morning. In fact, I'm sure he's in searing agony right now. Fans, I don't believe it. We have got to go to a break, but this matchup will continue. Don't go anywhere.
This is London.
Brookside, I think, starting to show a more aggressive streak. Just tosses Tex Benedict out of the ring. Benedict feeling sorry for himself. Nearly took on that young fan for a fight. And indeed, I think that Tex Benedict, well, I think that Robbie Brookside is just absolutely sick of Tex Benedict whinging and feeling sorry for himself.
Touch me.
Look at Benedict's eyes. I have never seen him look like that before. Oh, Robbie Brookside brings him back in the hard way. Playtime's over. Tex Benedict. And this matchup continues right now. Take a look at this. He has hung him up on the top turnbuckle. His feet are entangled in the chains there up top. And he is just hanging, the blood flowing to his head. The arms flailing by his side. And a big boot to the face. And my goodness, what a boot to the face there of Tex Benedict. Robbie Brookside, of course, a big fan of football, or I should say soccer for you Canadians watching. And indeed, I believe he has had several top clubs in his time before realising that he could be a world-class professional wrestler. But some of these kicks we have seen from him this afternoon, Gary Lineker would be proud.
This is your Robbie Brookside, Oof.
Big uppercut there from Tex Benedict. And this matchup, it has degenerated somewhat. They are fighting on the outside. Benedict raking the back of Robbie Brookside. And Brookside's in trouble now. He is on the outside. That's not where he wants to be. And Tex Benedict trying to ram his head into the steel post. And I think Brookside put the brakes on. But this matchup has got out of control now. And Tex Benedict appears to have snapped. Benedict back in the ring. Brookside still on the outside. And Tex Benedict expecting plaudits. He is expecting the approval of the fans for his actions here tonight. And quite frankly, if he genuinely thinks the fans are going to be behind him after his actions so far, he is going to be very sorely mistaken indeed. Brookside back on the apron and again knocked down to the floor by Benedict. And Benedict is going to have to let Brookside back in the ring. Oh no! Oh my goodness! Brookside is caught. Brookside is caught in the ropes. He is hanging down by the leg. And what's going on here? The referee is called. Second and final public warning for Tex Benedict, and quite frankly, I would have possibly given him an instant disqualification if I'd been the referee. I am willing to believe that Brookside's leg was caught by accident, but Tex Benedict jumped on the ropes and twisted it even further. And Brookside might be finished. Brookside might be finished. Just how much ligament damage was done. The tendons would have been severely stretched. And with Benedict just leaping onto the ropes, twisting them even more. I wouldn't be surprised if Robbie Brookside may have suffered a serious injury. Benedict continuing to work that left leg. Oh my, just pulling it right back. And Brookside's hurt. Brookside is seriously hurt. Benedict has had his 2 public warnings. Any more transgressions will result in an instant disqualification. But look at the damage he has done to Robbie Brookside. And still he goes after that leg. But an enziguri from Brookside. And I think that did more damage to Brookside than Benedict. Brookside's leg has just taken so much punishment. Oh my, but Benedict nearly fell to the outside. Benedict now caught up top. And a flurry of forearms to the face. And we have seen it so many times. Straight into a pinfall off the top. There's a cover. And your winner, Robbie Brookside. And the fans can't believe it. Let's take a look at the slow motion replay. Unbelievable. Brookside flung Tex Benedict from the top, hooked back both the legs, bridged his own shoulders. Benedict's were down for the 3, and there's your winner. And if we return to live action, take a look at the pandemonium in the ring. These fans couldn't be happier for Robbie Brookside. And of course, Brookside Wrestling, not just for the fans here, but for all of England and all of LDN. A great win here tonight. And what a way to finish this week's edition of LDN Capital TV. Congratulations to Robbie Brookside. My name's John Atkins, fans on TWC Fight and on the Fight Network in Canada. We'll see you next week.